Yo, Kenny here, and we're gonna do a friend link giveaway. So I'm gonna be giving away 2 of my friend links, but only if this video gets 500 likes within 7 days. And the first step is to like and subscribe. Second is to follow me on Twitter. My @ is right there. It's posted. It's gonna be in the description. And comment down below Heisenberg is trash with your Twitter @. What up, what up, what up, guys? And Kenny here, back in another video today. So we're just going to be pushing with 3.6 Icebow and with the Valk instead of the Knight, and we're just going to hop right into the game. So I apologize if I haven't been uploading a lot frequently. It's because I've been focusing more on my TikTok, and I know you guys have been waiting on the video, but hopefully this video doesn't disappoint. And we're actually in a game, so that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna cycle a log, but I'm gonna wait a bit before I do it. And that ice spirit's pretty good value, so I'm gonna take it. So right here, I'm just gonna make sure I get the king tower activation. This should set us up for a good match. If he cycles like a firecracker in the back, I think I'm gonna rock it. And yeah, so far so good. So if he happens to cycle back around to... Okay, I don't really agree with that earthquake. So I'm gonna wait till 10 elixir and then cycle a Valkyrie in the back. I'm probably going for an Icebow since he's down so much and he doesn't have this earthquake in cycle. And yeah, we should be up like what, 4 elixir. Okay, yeah, that hog was really bad by him. But then again, there was not much he could do. And once we go in for an Icebow here, I think we should get a pretty decent lock. And yeah, that's not a good sign. He had to waste his Tesla right on our Valk. I don't think we will be able to break through this Valkyrie. Okay, so we did manage to break through the Valkyrie. And it's looking really good for us. I think we should get the win, especially with this much of a lead, as long as we don't choke. And I might actually pre-place my Tesla. Okay, wow, this guy is really crazy. So I'm gonna go in again with my Icebow since he did waste his earthquake, just to kind of punish him. I'm gonna wait a bit so he doesn't do like a prediction Tesla. And yeah, I just know this is not going good for the opponent. So I'm gonna rock it since he did waste an earthquake and goblins, which was like 5 elixir. So we're not too much down. We're not too down in damage. I mean, in elixir. This might be like a sketchy defense. Okay, so we kind of missed the hog, unfortunately. And he's basically almost tied with us in damage. So I'm gonna go in again. And notice how I went Icebow on the side where he wasn't pushing, trying to get damage. Just because if I did go on the left hand side, he would try to clip the earthquake. Clip our Icebow and our tower at the same time. I'm gonna NATO this Valkyrie in, just so I get maximum value. And even if he earthquakes this Tesla, it still won't be a good earthquake since the hog will die. And we just need like a log and a rock, and I think we end the game. Yeah, I think this is GG. So far so good. I think this was a really good match to start off the video. Okay, so on to the next one, guys. Alright, so, okay, so this guy's clan name is Icebow Good. Okay, so either he's running an Icebow deck or like a counter to Icebow. I'm gonna wait on my Ice Wizard. I'm not too sure if I should play it just yet. But since he's not really cycling, I'm gonna play it like right now. and see what he has. Okay, giant in the back. So usually when they giant in the back, it usually means giant graveyard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Tesla up high like this and see what he does. Okay, so mini Pekka. I'm gonna have to bleed a bit and rocket his giant with his mini Pekka, just so I DPS down the giant. And I know he doesn't have mini Pekka in cycle, so he probably has like Skarmy and bats. So I'm gonna Ice Wizard his bats. This might be like a risky play, so I don't really advise you guys doing it. Okay, so that didn't work out too well for us. We managed to get some damage, but I don't really know if that was worth it at all. So I think right here the play would be to like pre-place an Icebow to force him to go giant in the back, and he does. I'm gonna delay on my Tesla, so I'm gonna Valk right in the middle, and skeletons right away, and I'm gonna play my Tesla off to the side just so I keep it alive longer. And I might go Icebow on the right hand side. Okay. So I went in on the right just to kind of separate him from going, focusing all his damage on the left hand side. And I also had a Tesla up. Unfortunately, that Musketeer locked on, but as long as it didn't take our tower, I think we're fine right here. So I think what the plan is I'm gonna go in and hopefully try to kind of break through. It's gonna look like spam, but I promise you guys, this is how you win this matchup if you don't have a King Tower activated. So my goal right here is I'm gonna try to get to an Icebow as soon as possible and then Valk right away. So a key to this matchup is to play like your Valks or your Knights right on top of their giant rather than going in for a Tesla. Just because the Valkyries and the Knights stay on the board a lot longer, giving you more elixir value. I don't really know if that makes sense to you guys, but once I applied this tip, I noticed I started winning the matchup a lot more. So right here, I'm gonna go in for a Valk right away, and I have to log. I know my Icebow is gonna die, so I'm not gonna over defend it. So again, I have to keep up the pressure because I don't want him to get a good giant graveyard in, or I basically lose the game. So I'm gonna go in with the Valk, and I'm gonna pull in the Musketeer and the giant. I think the Valkyrie is really helpful in this matchup just because you can kind of pull in the Musketeer whenever you get the chance. So I'm gonna go in again, and let's see if he plays a Musketeer and a giant same lane. Okay, so he doesn't. So I'm gonna protect my Icebow as much as possible right here because I know that's the only way that I'll be able to get damage. And we managed to get a late log, so he's probably gonna try to go in right now. So I'm gonna go Ice Wizard off to the side and then nade over his giant back so his giant doesn't tank for his graveyard. And I have to get a rocket in or I lose, I think. And this is awfully close, but I managed to win. And wow guys, this is a really good start to the video. We managed to beat Giant Graveyard and Hog EQ. I mean, apparently Ian, like one of the best 3.0 users in the world, said that Giant Graveyard wasn't that bad a matchup for Icebow. And I'm kind of starting to agree. I'm not too sure, but I'm kind of starting to agree. So we're up against Steven. So this isn't Steven G, but another Steven. Okay, so he's playing Mortar. I probably should have went Ice Wizard right away, since that was like his, what I'd call a testing Mortar. Usually they'd never like defend their Mortar when they first play. And he managed to get a lock, so I won't play my Icebow right away, even if I have the elixir advantage right here. I'm just gonna wait till 10 elixirs to see if he'll do anything else before I play an Icebow, because I feel like that will be like a more efficient use of my elixir. Okay, so this might be a good lock. We'll see. Okay, let's go Valkyrie. Unless he fire... Okay, so I think those bats will do a good job of clearing everything up. Yeah, I have the Ice Wizard right here. So I don't think he will be able to go Mortar right away, since he did spend quite a bit of elixir defending our Icebow. But if he does go Mortar, I'm just gonna go Icebow. And well, I'm not gonna go in the anti-fireball position, because I kind of want to bait a fireball, so he won't have much to like spam me. So since he kind of delayed on his Mortar and didn't play right away, I went in the anti-fireball position. But if he played it like right away, as soon as I was sort of low on elixir, I probably would have played it in the regular position. And we managed to actually play a rocket just because he defended his Mortar with a Dark Prince, giving us the elixir advantage. So this is kind of interesting. I'm gonna Valk, and I'm gonna be forced to play NATO. And I don't really agree with that fireball play by him, so I'm gonna go Icebow opposite lane. I'm not too sure what he has to defend this, honestly. But I think I might just skeletons, and yeah, I think I might have to leave that just because Rascals do a great job cleaning up the Icebow. And that was a terrible, terrible miner by the opponent, allowing me to get the King Tower activation. So we're pretty much chilling. We're not too much down in damage, but we should be able to catch up with Rocket Cycle. Okay, so let's see what he's gonna do. I'm gonna get my skeletons ready, and gonna have to log. Okay, let's play our Valkyrie on top, and wow, that was an amazing fireball. His Dark Prince actually managed to splash my tower, so I'm gonna go Icebow on top. So I feel like this placement's really important, just because, well, especially if you have an Icebow up on defense. And let's try to protect our Icebow right away. Okay, I'm not sure if we'll be able to come back, but let's play a rocket. And I might need the defensive Tesla instead of an Icebow, because I feel like that's a cheaper option. It's gonna let me distract a little bit longer. Okay, this looks a bit funky, but we might be able to pull this off. I'm gonna have to Ice Wizard off to the side. We just need to get a rocket down and we win. Okay, we have to ignore that, unfortunately. And wow, guys, we managed to clutch up. Alright, so we're 3-0 in this video. Okay, so we're top 8k. Okay, so we're up against Bendo. Let's see. I think I might start off with Scouts. Okay, so Goblin Hut. That could mean a lot of things, but usually I see the Goblin Hut Motherwood spawner deck around with the flying machine. So okay, so it's looking like it's this deck. So this is not what we want to see at all, just because this deck really hard counters Icebow. We're gonna be forced to NATO this. And yeah, this is already looking really messy, guys. Okay, so we took quite a bit of damage, like 900 damage or something. I think the game plan here is to try to... We need to get locked. We can't just go in for like rocket cycle and defend. We're gonna need to try to break through at some point. But we're gonna kind of make him think. Okay, so I'm gonna wait. Okay, wow, perfect. He cycled Mother Witch to the log, so I know he's down on the elixir. So since he has Cannon Card in hand, I went in with her Valk right away. Just because I was able to recognize his cycle, and I'm probably gonna need to NATO this flying machine to the other lane, just to keep my Icebow as alive as possible. And wow, guys, we got a pretty substantial lock. And we were able to also bait out a fireball, so I think we should still be in this match, even though this is a hard counter. So as you guys may have noticed, I like playing my Teslas off to my weak side, but like just one tile lower and to the right, just for their spawners. And just so he can't really snipe my Teslas with like a flying machine or something. And we're probably going to be forced to rocket this cannon cart, just because we don't have many answers. And I'm going to just Skeleton's Kite for the Megaknight. So what I'm going to do from here on out is try to like get NATO value on their spawners, because like I don't really have a fireball. And maybe even occasionally log their spawners if I can. And notice how I'm gonna place my defensive Icebow down here. Just because, again, the flying machine is really annoying. And I don't want to give him too much shoot value. So right there, I feel like that was a terrible fireball by him. Just because he's limiting how much he's able to spam at us. And this is gonna look a little bit awkward, but I think this should defend like everything that's up. And let's try to go in right here. He probably has Cannon Carton Cycle. And wow, perfect play by him. He wanted to bait out like a NATO from me. Okay, I feel like this is gonna get a little bit tricky for us. I'm not sure if his cannon card's out of cycle, but I just want to keep up the pressure. Seems like, oh wow. I'm not sure if we'll be able to defend this, to be honest. Yeah, this is really looking bad, guys. I might have to NATO this. Let's see what will happen here. Hopefully the Mother Witch doesn't turn too many of those skeletons into pigs. Okay. I can't afford to rocket his tower just because I barely have enough elixir to defend right here. And wow, I think we managed to actually pull this off, guys. And yeah, GG. So we managed to win against that hard counter. Wow. So good so far. Undefeated video. I think we're like a 4-0 right now. Okay, so we're in another match. And I'm gonna wait a bit. It seems like he has skeletons. Okay, so this could be Icebow. Icebow or Drill Cycle, and unfortunately for him, he cycled a Tesla first play. So I don't know why he played a Tesla first play, especially since I cycled my skeletons. Okay, so I really don't know what this deck could be, and nobody really plays Tesla, Megaknight, and Miner in the same deck. So this is pretty interesting. Okay, so I'm just chilling a bit just to see if he's gonna do anything, and he's just cycling his skeletons. Okay, so I'm gonna have to Ice Wizard for his bomber instead of waiting and bleeding for a log. So interesting. I'm gonna play Tesla high up, and I'm gonna prepare to Expo once I hit 10 elixir. And since he played that Inferno Dragon like right away, I know he won't have enough elixir for Megaknight, and I think we should be able to get a good connection right here. And this is looking really bad for the opponent. Let's try to NATO this bomber in, and yeah, we didn't manage to get the bomber, unfortunately. Okay, so all we really need to do is defend. We just need 2 rockets on this tower. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk a rocket right now. I don't want to get too cocky. Okay, so far so good. I think I might rocket now since it doesn't seem like he has anything else, like a Sparky or something. Alright, I think this should take care of his Inferno Dragon. And this is pretty much GG, I think. So we're 5-0. So this is a pretty rare start for, I mean, a pretty rare situation for our video. We're top 5.2k. I think I might just do one more. Okay, we're up against Brave United. I'm gonna wait a bit before I cycle my skeletons. See what he has. Okay, so since he's not doing much, I'm gonna pre-place the Tesla up high. And this is sort of a risky play, but since I have rock in hand, it doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna go in with an Expo. See what he does. Interesting. So I know this is Pekka, but he has Ram Rider and Baby Dragon. That's kind of unusual for Pekka decks. I only know Baby Dragon and Pekka decks if it has like a rocket or a miner, so this is sort of unusual for me. Okay, I'm gonna have the Valkyrie for his Dark Prince. And let's see what he has. I'm gonna try to be as patient as possible. I'm gonna Tesla. And I know we don't really have much to kill his bandit right here, so I'm just gonna NATO his bandit in. Try to keep our Teslas as alive as long as possible. And so far so good. Okay, let's just cycle skeletons in the back. He's not really doing much right here. It's pretty interesting. And since we're up in elixir, I'm gonna rocket his Ewiz. And I feel like he might go Pekka in the back right here, and I'm just gonna punish him same lane just to see what he does. And he didn't, I know he for a fact he didn't really want to play his Dark Prince. And wow, okay, so he does have Lightning. So we might be in a tough spot right here. Gonna have to log his Ram Rider and hopefully try to cycle back to a Rocket. And wow, I don't know how we managed to defend that right there. Okay, let's go in same lane. Since we do have an Ice Whiz up, and I don't think he like has a Lightning in cycle. Okay, we didn't get the connection unfortunately, so we might have to kind of delay on our Tesla. So I'm gonna Tesla in the middle and then go Expo right away, predicting like a Pekka in the back. Okay, so he actually went Pekka in the back, so I'm just gonna Valkyrie to protect our Expo because I know he wants to reset our Expo. And this might be GG soon. So I guess I could Tesla right here. And I think we may only need like one rocket log and we win. So let's just try to cycle back if we can. Okay, let's just try to get our log in